So there's 3 types of training that you can be doing. There's more than that. This is already a horrible start.
It's time for Swoley Saturdays
with Ben.
Is your training more stale than that box of cornflakes that's been sitting in your pantry since 1982? Well, let's look into some training strategies to help you fix that. Breaking down your training into eccentric, concentric, and isometric types of training. It's going to be a little more advanced than what we usually do on this channel or whatever we are, but we're going to take a look at how to mix up your training and focus on very specific parts of the actual movements in order to refresh things and specialize what you're doing. So we're going to use the overhead press here as our example, but you can use this philosophy across all different types of movements and lifts. You might have to get a little creative, or if you need some help, you can of course ask Tia, Dave, and Melissa. But first off, we're going to look at eccentric motion. So eccentric is the part of the lift that's stretching the muscle. This is best for hypertrophy. So if you're a bodybuilder, you're someone looking to increase muscle size, this is an adaptation that you should focus on, largely with the tempo of your lift. We want to maintain a full range of motion, and then you want a nice, quick, stable, and powerful press up. And then on the way down, you can do a 3, 4, or 5 second way down, depending on how much weight you're doing. As always, control and stability is the most important, so don't do a load that you're uncomfortable with. For concentric movements, we want to focus on explosivity, where on a bicep curl, you'd be curling, you're contracting the muscles. So we're looking for fast and explosive or powerful movement. So for something like the overhead press, you could set the bar on the safety, set it up a little bit higher than you normally would, and you're going to incorporate your legs into this a little bit, and you're going to drive and press up powerfully, not worrying so much about the eccentric portion coming down slow. So you can drive up and then set it down. The next thing we're going to look at is isometric lifts. What we're going to do here is drive a barbell into an immovable object. So you can see that I have these supports above my head here. We'll get to that in just a second. But this lift is really good for growing connective tissue, so ligament and tendon strength, kind of bulletproofs, especially your shoulders and other structures that are easily damaged. So definitely something to consider if you're recovering, because one, you're not moving a load, which means there's less risk for injury. You do again have to get a little creative, but what we're gonna do is set up our supports here in a position that we want to specifically work on. What you're going to do is set a stopwatch or a timer for 15 to 20 seconds. You're going to drive the barbell up, and then I want you to push as hard as you can into the supports. So those are 3 different ways that you can focus on your training. Feel free to play around with them all and make sure that you set up a fitness consultation with Dave, Tia, and Melissa. They can help you come up with some of these creative ideas to keep your training nice and fresh.